This long stretch of time would be known as the Golden Age era of the tank. It's called such as due to the incredible amount of technology and architecture innovations that sprang up in this period. It's also called the Golden Age because it was the happiest time of their lives spent together. From dusk till dawn, the three of them worked, and often played themselves to the point of exhaustion frequently. None of them ever complained. At the end of almost each day, they cuddled into bed together, wide smiles plastered on their faces. And without thinking of RB too often, a couple of decades felt in retrospect as if they had passed in the blink of an eye. But it would be remiss to say that nothing important happened in all their time together. Axie and Hank had their original race, then struggle in the second month. And struggle in the second month, the year 1 AV. And came back from the void, fought them all, and dragged the lamb into the void in the fourth month of the year 1 AV. The next big event, finding the virtual reality headset, happened in the second month of year 2 AV. Chipples didn't show up until the fifth month of the same year. The Lane Memorial, which had begun construction at the start of the previous year, was finally completed in the middle months of the year 3 AV. These are all key events that you have witnessed, but a lot more happened. Enough happened in that enclosed space to fill up encyclopedias worth of events. Now, it is finally time that we accelerate the scope of our tale. The days weren't endlessly peaceful or tranquil all the time, even in the Golden Age. Conflicts, such as the few you've seen, rose up and were resolved a number of times. But none of the conflicts were serious, and there were long stretches of the era that felt like a heavenly dream. We passed the time together in several ways. Contests and sporting events, artistry and creation of live music, artistry, countless nights spent under a plant-made tent, telling scary stories and fairy tales to each other. It felt like they had stretched on for the entire lifetimes. Much of these moments are tender, personal tales. Consecutive months, and even years spent singularly on enriching their lives together. Depending on the viewpoint, some of these anecdotes could be seen as soothingly sweet if described in detail. There are some others that would argue that by describing even a little of these tales, as we soon shall, we are stomping on their personal garden. Even though their years were much shorter in length than the modern-day human Gregorian calendar, they still lived in the tank for many decades together. Such as time in that one's personal entirety may transcend the finite nature of life. We will now attempt to contextualize the anecdotes with immediate relevance to our tale. Our reference point: the creation of their calendar. Put into official motion after the memorial service they had for Liam. While they followed the outline of the calendar, more or less, for nearly 45 years, the details were not set in stone right from the start. Many changes were made to it. Various holidays were created and then abolished. Even the name of the whole month changed at one point. However, the number of months and the number of days, that remained exactly the same from its conception to the day of their demise. 5 months, 30 days in a month, 7 days in a week, totaling 150 days per year. As Theo mentioned, unlike the human calendar, they had no constrictions like lunar cycles or Roman Judea traditions that they had any obligation to follow. This world, starting with the use of the incredibly versatile plants, became theirs almost entirely, to mold and shape in any way in which they saw fit. The only vestige that Neo decided to keep from his memories in regards to calendar were the days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But this is where the human calendar similarities ended. The three adults decided in those early days that they would each name a month themselves and organize its theme. These were the middle months of the year. The first and last months in their 5 months calendar were decided upon as a group. The first month of the year was named Hutsa, after a word they found printed in a book. The book said that the word Hutsa meant void in another language, and so they named it this in reference to the starting point. When they had come through the void, the 5 of them, all those years ago. The void was the only way in and out of the tank. It was the beginning and likely the end of their lives. Even if it had stopped working the way it once had, the void still served an important purpose. And aside from each other, the void was the only constant. If they had been a tribe, or not had knowledge of a previous world, in another scenario, they may have worshipped the void as some sort of deity. So that's why the first month of Hutsa was also the day they celebrated the first holiday of the year, Void Day. The tradition for this holiday was for each of them to take something they had made in the previous year, often something plant-based, and throw it into the void. The idea behind this ritual was a symbolic one. They hoped that the void would bless them with another peaceful year of prosperity. Secretly though, Neo had suggested the day in hopes that the void would spit something out. And yet, it never did, ever again. Eventually, at some point, even Neo stopped caring so much, and the day became more of a tradition of habit rather than any sort of secret wish fulfillment. Even though they tossed things into the void each year, certain items were forbidden, such as the notebook Neo wore across his neck. A few special books were also off limits too, such as the Rikosho book, which at that point they had grown quite fond of reading yearly. Books which had been read so much that they had been practically memorized by the 3 of them, and were occasionally thrown into 1 page at a time to ensure they never ran out of items. They might not have had a lot of items which weren't made of plants, but 10,000 years could have passed before they would have ran out of earthly items to sacrifice. But Void Day did not end with them simply throwing items into the void. There was the celebration part of the day too, much to the delight of everyone. The celebration was mild compared to a few held throughout the year, but it did contain a lot of fancy food dishes. They didn't seem to taste like much of anything to Neo or Lana, but actually frequently swore that the plants tasted almost as good as peanut butter. It wasn't the taste that mattered so much, but the presentation. They laid out a beautiful dining table for the occasion, complete with handcrafted miniature sculptures and silverware, before putting various plant-made delicacies on it: mashed plants, plant grains, plant sandwiches, and usually plant popsicles or plant fudge for dessert. Food fudge? The party on Void Day always ended leisurely in the evening, also to wipe off the fatigue from Void Day Eve, which, with each participant content content and ready to tackle the following year. Despite being the first month of the year, they had trouble making permanent holidays for Hutsa other than Void Day. Over the years, they experimented with special occasions such as Racing Day, a race from one end of the tank to the other; Musicale, a day where they each created a song; a National Plant Dog Day, who could eat the most plant dogs. Sadly, none of these seemed to stick around for longer than a few years. On the holiday period, which did last a while, was Harvest Week. Harvest Week was celebrated during the years 11 to 17 AV on the 18th and 14th of Hutsa. During Harvest Week, they would attempt to go to the toilet tank and gather all the plant materials they would need for the following year. This holiday was ultimately discontinued because, inevitably, they would run out of plants during the year and need to get more, thus making Harvest Week seem more or less pointless. The simple joy of picking the plants from the floor was a welcome diversion in periods where they worked on some of their more complicated creations. Hutsa was generally a very peaceful time of the year. The second month of the year was named by Axie, the Axolotl. His name for the month was, rather aptly, called Axaria. The theme of Axaria was fun and spending each day to the absolute fullest. The first holiday of the month, on the 4th of Axaria, was one which Neo and Lana had initially tried convincing him to change or delete from the calendar. But it was his month, and they had little say on something so frivolous. Somersault Day. I'm just going to repeat, okay. Somersault Day was a day in which each axolotl would practice their best and flashiest somersault. It ended in a grand contest where they would showcase their best moves. It took them each a couple of years, but soon enough Lana and Neo had both mastered a somersault near Aki's level of expertise. And though they would never admit it aloud, they ended up appreciating the somersaults as a simple and meditative exercise, which they sometimes ended up practicing on their own. Combining the somersault with ramps and dives and other tricks was encouraged as the years went on, as their somersaults gradually improved as a group. As befitting of Axie Axolotl, the second holiday of Axaria was Axie Day. It was a day devoted entirely to games, a frequent occurrence regardless. Except the difference between those days and this was that on Axie Day, Axie got to choose all of his favorite games to play. As life progressed in the tank, Lana and especially Neo preferred to play more complicated games with lots of fancy rules. So Axie Day was a unique opportunity that gave them a chance to play simple old games which might have been neglected for some time. They had to stop Axie from making more holidays during his month, as he wanted lots more originally, sometimes even multiple holidays per day. As they were creating things, they decided to put a hard limit of 2 holidays per axolotl during their own months. The third month of the year, which was created by Neo, was called Research and Development Month, or R&D for short. The theme of RD was to challenge your minds, innovate, and create something new that none of them had ever seen before. In R&D month, they used their brains in a way they didn't really get to the rest of the year. The crown jewel of R&D was Innovation Day, which was an event where they all worked on an original invention in secret. And at the end of the month, on the 30th, they would have a big unveiling, and each would marvel at everyone's ideas. As expected, some amazing technological developments were made during this month of the year. There was seemingly no limit to the amount of creativity that the plants fostered, along with the theme of the month. Surfboards to travel around the tank in style how you're underwater. Large storage compartments full of different knickknacks. Sculptures. Musical instruments. Games of all shapes and sizes. Eventually, even automated clockwork machines. Most of these were novelties that were only used for a few days or months after their initial unveiling. But the concept of Innovation Day became a tried and true tradition nonetheless. One time in particular stood out. In the year 27 AV, Neo tried making a watermill that, with the power of the currents, created a form of flower. He considered that project his magnum opus. and for a time it seemed to shake up the whole tank for the better. Until it eventually went out of style due to the unpredictable nature of the currents and annoying upkeep. But for each cool invention they made, there were 10 that failed. There was only one other holiday to note in R&D month, and it was only celebrated 3 times, once every 5 years, until it was finally abolished early on in the year 18 AD. This other holiday was a day in which they inputted their guesses, a deadline for the culmination of research which had grown less and less important over the years. It was Neil's last hope of getting home. Each 5 years, the old VR headset was brought out, and he was reminded starkly of the riddle of Earth of the early days, the fervent research, and his original purpose. This holiday didn't have an official name, but in his mind, Neil called it home. His heart got crushed twice by this holiday. Even after the holiday was eventually abolished, the VR headset was removed from the tank. Wait, how did it get out of the tank? And the day became irrelevant. He's still reminded of the past during this time of the year. The description of the holiday, if you could even call it a true holiday, was simple. Get everyone together, peer into the headset, spend 2 seconds typing out a password, and press enter. Year 8. Password needed to decide input was Alan. Error. 2 tries remaining. 5 years later, the year 13 AD. This time he decided to input the password Rosie Hooks. Another failure. The headset told him there was only 1 try left. So what happened in the year 18 AD? In the moment in which Neil put in a password for the final time. This is one of the antidotes with immediate relevance to our tale. It is time for us to pull back the curtain and witness the events that transpired on the day. I used to dread the day that we'd finally be done with the headset, once and for all. I'd wake up in the middle of the night with sweat in my face, my heart beating, my hands shaking at the mere thought of it. This moment, it always felt like something that would never actually arrive. I always knew this day would come, of course, but a small part of me put off the idea, because it was so far in the future. Like a freshman on the first day of school imagining graduation as a senior. It always felt like the future was so far away. Yet here we are. Those nightmare stops so long ago. I have to strain myself to remember them. But today it all ends. For better or for worse. I wonder if we'll see your spectre from the messages. The figure who still eludes me to this day. By the whatever happens, I'm prepared. I'm prepared to fight for my ideas, but I'm also prepared to keep living the good life here if the headset yields no truths. And we're prepared right with you. Isn't that right, Axel? Yeah, sure, as long as there's no funny business. Wait, hold on. I thought we talked about this before. What do you mean, no funny business? I mean, there's still so many construction ideas we haven't implemented. That market. You always wanted to finish the market we abandoned, didn't you, Alara? What I'm saying is, I'm not ready to leave this place. Besides, don't you all want to see my Axiophyte submarine on Innovation Day? I've been hard at work at it all month. No way something is going to disrupt our lives before then. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this to end either. I've said this before, and you know I don't like getting too mushy all the time. But I've really enjoyed our lives together. Should we fetch the kids? Just in case something happens? You know they won't listen to us, so why try? Yeah, what would be the point of fetching tights? We're just gonna see them when they wake up. Nothing weird is going on here, right, you? Actually, all we're going to do is enter a password on the headset. The same thing we've done 2 times in the last 15 years. What the headset will do? I have no idea. I always suspected it was all part of Bobby's plan, but that's just a hunch. Alright. Alright. Scooch over, you guys. I'm ready for a show. Can everyone see the screen okay? Yeah. Hey Neo. It feels weird asking this at the very last second, but like you said, this moment really snuck up on us. What is the last password you're going to enter? Oh, that's easy. I'm going to enter the password. Watch-O-Matic. Again, are you for real? Yeah. And here I was worried out for absolutely nothing. There's no way the password is just the logo of a dumb meme company that made this stupid thing. You're completely right, Axie. That's probably not the password. So why? Because. Fuck it. You know. I've stood on this long and hard at various periods of time, and put in 2 guesses which I have previously put years of thought into. Nothing can compare to those 2 guesses, even now. So fuck it. Hey, perhaps it really is something stupid like that. Maybe we found this thing with the factory default settings on, and this is the password they use. Who knows? As far as I'm concerned, it's going to be as good a guess as any. Well, there's no objections on my part either. If everyone is ready, I'm inputting it now. Ha. Well, I guess that wasn't it after all. I shouldn't have expected anything to happen. Wait, Neo, something is going on. All password attempts unsuccessful. Loading marked backup software. The Kingdom of Glass prototype demo. What? What the hell does this mean? It says it's loading up a prototype demo. Oh boy! It's happening! It's happening! It's really, truly, honest to goodness, happening. Well, whatever's going on here, I think it's finally done loading. This is the tale of 2 heroes. What the hell is this? I thought you knew how to read, you know? Evidently, it's a tale of 2 heroes. It's the opening cinematic to the game. Now shut up, shut up. Shut up, you old egghead. I need to hear this music. Get absorbed into the narrative. 2 heroes who absolutely hate each other. Bound by fate, they attempted to undo the curse that binds them, joining together in the Kingdom of Glass. Ah. Well, this is quite a lot to take in. Yeah, it seems pretty simple concept to me. A pretty simple concept to me, I guess. 2 heroes are bound together by a curse, which they wish to break. Oh boy. That just screams adventure. Now, we gotta press start, huh? Before you press stop, just wait a second, actually. Give me a second to catch my breath. All that text on the top of the screen. What does it mean exactly? Yeah, that's what caught my eye too. I've got an idea. If the developer or developers or whomever made this software aren't done with the game yet. I guess. Something like that makes sense. Everything here does look a little hastily made. Not something I'd put in a final product myself. Wow, Nana, that's so astute of you. I didn't know you knew so much about game development. I really don't. I just thought that as a person developing this. Then why didn't I put such a bold warning up there? Well, anyway, it's time for action. Don't you hear that heart-bumping music? Come on ahead, give me the go-ahead. I need to dig into the meat and potatoes again. Keep me the glass. If there's any side quests, I'm gonna do it. I'm going for them 100%. I'm going for 100% completion. Alright. I think I'm going to prepare myself. Don't press start when you're ready, Axie. This is pretty exciting, isn't it, you guys? Heck yeah, it is, Lana. Let's go. Dang, Fire Emblem. Hello there. My name is Ivan. Ivan the Informer. Although I've been all called... God, this was... Although I've been called all sorts of things, or not... all sorts of names in my time, both flattering and insulting. Spymaster, Blackmail, Informant, and of course my favorite, you asshole. Yep, I am somewhat of a legend around these parts, as you might expect. You call me a knowledge broker. What that boils down to is that if you got the coin, then I've most likely got whatever information you're looking for. I got my hands in so many cookie jars, so to speak, that it's oftentimes hard to keep track of other people I'm blackmailing. Well, anyway, let's get down to business. There was recently a kid. Okay, that's not my fault this time. That's the game. There was a kidnapping at the Capitol, and that's why I'm here. The court justice's daughter got kidnapped, and the king needed some knowledge. On account of they used to be childhood friends. Well, to cut long story short, it just so happens that yours truly, Ivan, knows some primo juicy info on to whom investigate and where. I reached out to the Capitol through one of my proxies to let them know, and well, it looks like they're sending out those two heroes to meet me, unfortunately. I'm talking about the same two who recently got all that acclaim for stopping the Dragon Nest organization. The Hero Thief and the Lowly Healer. They've been the subject of some strange rumors for some time now, huh? The Hero Thief is certainly more mysterious, and therefore more interesting of the two. He chose to wear a rather conspicuous, mysterious looking robe wherever he goes. The safe guess, the logical guess, is that there's some sort of deformity he died inside. The townspeople often whisper odd things about that man. That he's hiding his face, the young face of a demon, or has the eyes of a dragon. I don't much believe in certain rumors like those. As long as there's a mysterious smoke in the public eye, people will make up weird rumors about them. The only thing I know for sure is to not try getting a glimpse at what's in there. Last person I tried ended up needing a solid month of bed rest to recover. As for the Lonely Healer, he's the complete opposite of the Hero, a real awkward eccentric sort of person. He's said to have a mercurial nature, and this flaky attitude of his often incites conflict and argument. Plenty of information out of him is going to be hard to make, I can commit. The only reason I know anything about him at all is due to the fact that his music teacher and I are old buddies. The weirdest part about these two is that there's very little chemistry between them, and they're prone to arguments and fighting. Despite that, they apparently refuse to be split or teamed up with one another, and keep a low profile when they are not on official business. I wonder if, perhaps, I'll be able to discern any sort of truth out of these rumors today. Well, they wouldn't be the first odd folks to cross upon good old Ivan's path. I'll meet you in a few minutes, so they should be showing up here any second now. Oh, well, look at them. It's as silly as I imagined. Sticking out as a couple of sore thumbs I said a feud. Oi, you two, over here. It's me, your Informer. That's right, the famous man, Ivan the Informer, is right here. Well, look at you both. That's too modern. If it ain't your flavor of the realm, right here. If it ain't the flavor of the realm, the hell does that mean? Right here in person. Do not I shake your hand, Miss Lee? No. I do not shake hands. Well, we're not. It's not like I'm asking you to do anything too unreasonable. Don't mind him. If you want to shake a hand, and I'll shake one. Ah yeah, you also do nicely. Really, though? I let a strange man touch your hand. Oh, what? What's the problem with it? You moron. He's a purveyor of the underworld. His whole shady, undignified life is gathering and selling information. If he's experienced and astute enough, just by shaking your hand, he can deduce all sorts of knowledge about you. There are men who could find out what weapons you've used from the calluses on your hand. He's wearing gloves. Sorcerers who know dark arts that are able to tell you your mother's birthday from a mere skin sample. How could you forget? How many times do I have to drill this into your stupid head? Be wary of strangers. I don't mind if you do something that only hits you. I'll never mind that. But the second you do anything that endangers me in any way, I'm going to call you out on the AAC. It's just a shame to hear your stupidity so often results in something that would injure me too, or else I'd find somewhere to sit back and enjoy the dumbass show. Oh, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let's pedal this backwards, hint. I may be knowledgeable, but there's no way I'm half as skilled as the men you mentioned. If you screw up anything, they'll be held to pay. So, what do you want to do, Hilo? Sorry, sir. I don't mind declining the handshake for the... Don't mind me declining the handshake for the moment. I don't like listening to him, but sometimes he's right. Besides, I just remembered. I'm a bit of a germaphobe myself. Shaking your hand would be silly for me to do. Well, whatever. Do you want the information I got or not? No, I just don't wanna... Wait, you're asking about the info? Haha, yes, I mean, yes, please. Right. They're weirdos for sure, but they seem relatively harmless. Anyway, I found out a couple of leads last night that could be relate to the case. But there's a couple more I still want to check out before this out. God. 2 girls with description of suggested daughters have been spotted. One in town and one outside town. The closest sighting is that inn just to the south of here, the puzzler. Apparently, a girl with a description similar to the one I'm teaching April's. Similar to the one we're looking for stayed there overnight. She could be a regular traveler, of course. I had the chance to go there myself. How annoying. Once again, I feel like nothing but a mere errand boy. Another girl was seen leaving town. The west entrance early this morning. All alone and in a hurry too. Well, we know. We haven't yet considered the possibility that she could have run off by herself. The dresser was sure, absolutely certain, that she must have been kidnapped due to her status in beauty. I know under good authority that some of the gods saw the girl outside of town, so you might do good asking around there. Well, looks like we've got 2 choices on where to start. Thanks for the help, mister. It's no problem at all. With the coin, with the gold the crown is paying me. And just in case you happen to find a thing of consequence, I'd like to meet you again this afternoon. Maybe I'll have a better handle of the situation after people are finished with their breakfast. You best not be wasting ours or the king's time. Why, I never. Anyway, I'll be off working on this through my own means. Good luck. I guess not too much has happened so far, huh? Well, now that they've got their missions, let's see what our heroes will do. Thanks to your annoying tendencies of sleep, we're almost late again. I was going as fast as I could. It's not as bad as it used to be. I'd really like to start my mornings off without a shock for once. Well, there's a couple times we got shocked. Oh, whose fault was that? For the last couple times. 100% yours, for not being quick enough to keep up. If you keep talking like that, you won't get any dinner later. Good. All your cooking does is make me want to throw up. Besides, you can't exactly stop me from just taking it, can you? Man, these are main characters. Our heroes that the prologue mentioned. These dang brains. I wouldn't be talking if I were you, actually. I kinda like them. They are cute, but I think they've got a cuter look together. Cute. Ha. That's one way to put it, I guess. Anyway, two choices, huh? The inn or the apartment outside of town, the question. I wouldn't mind resting a bit at the inn, personally. If only one of those choices actually made use of my talents as a sorcerer. Well, we've been through that rigmarole a number of times, and it never ends up both of us. What? You're not in the mood for a shock this morning. Good, me neither. I guess it's time for us to look up to a higher power and have them choose our choice for us. I guess. By the way, something for my itchy fingers to do. It's about time this game gives us a choice. Now, where should we send these two to investigate first? The inn or the west exit? I guess inn. Oh no, it's in town, it's closer. Hopefully it lets me go back because it didn't let me save there. Yeah. So, this is the puzzle, huh? I've heard rumors that this inn is a strange place, but it looks pretty normal to me. In fact, I'd go as far to say it looks pretty messy. We should come by here more often, he thinks. I bet they even have a comedy music night. There must be tons of traveling bards staying here that I could learn a thing or two from. Is that some sort of sick joke? I like staying at our cottage. Very few people come there unannounced. We have enough of your stupid music. Friends stopping by already each fortnight. You were lucky I gave you that much freedom. Okay, no need to bust a gasket run. Oh, hey. I've actually got a favor to ask. What now? I'm having one of mine, I think I'm gonna go over to the lounge to crack myself. Can you question me and keep without me? Right, typical. Having me do all the dirty work. Fine, whatever, go. Thanks. Though I could do without the attitude. Shut up. Don't go wandering off too far. I won't deal with any more shocks today, you idiot. Keep mentioning shocks. Alright, where is that stupid innkeep? His reputation precedes him. The rumors are true, he's plainly a pain to deal with. See. Welcome. It seems as if the puzzle gods themselves have given me a hearty blessing by bestowing you upon me business today. Right. I mean, look at you. That hood, you called me now. Your whole body is screaming puzzle, and I positively adore that. What can I do you for, me new steam guest? I'm on urgent business from the king this morning, so you better answer me quickly. A young girl checked in here last night. Where is she? So you seek something from me, yeah? Yet you haven't You've nothing. Yet you have nothing in return to give. The king has given me permission to pay you up to 50 G for pertinent info. Money? Aye, there's nothing mysterious about money. All I want from you is much grander than soup coin. Okay, my heart. The satisfaction of someone serving the reader I came up with this morning. Are you serious? Result depending on research studies, we can decide whether we want to include swearing in the final product. That's hard to read. Yep. I'm as serious as a bad harvest. Okay then, let's go. It's going to be a real stomper. I wonder, can he review status? You don't have to serve the feed. It's just a puzzle. Answer a riddle or get a fiddle? So you win no matter what. Question 1. A knight rides into town with the time to pick him up. Knight rides into the town on Sunday. He stays there 3 days and then leaves on Sunday again. Such seems possible. Yes, I've seen this joke. It's like, oh, the cowboy. That's his horse. What is the perfect number of heads? 1. What's the perfect number of heads? 1 head, 2 head, 3 head, 4 head. Euclid's impossible origin. What is 14 minus 11? 3? What? What is 14 minus 11? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I wonder if you can do that correctly. I don't know. I don't know the 14 minus 11. Yeah. Oh, what's the problem? The riddle is simple, I think. If you want, please. All you need to do is ask. No. Shut up. Unless the answer to the next riddle is crushing your arm, I have no interest in answering any more questions from you. That is a puzzle, my friend. Are you really threatening me? And the envoy of the king should turn a lawful citizen. It's uncouth. Where is the girl? Alright, fine. You're no fun. Hey, look, the girl is walking down the stairs now. Well, why don't you ask her yourself? That's not her. What a pointless distraction. It's time to take my leave, but it'd be in your best interest to remember our conversation for next time and keep. Hey moron, there you are. No shocks too. Kinda me impressed. The girl's right over there eating breakfast. That's not who. That's not who we're looking for, is it? Doesn't look like it, no. Well, you better buckle up then. We're headed out. Already? Okay. So the rumors about the innkeeper true. He really did pose a riddle to you for the information. He posed several. Of course, knowing me, I solved them in no time flat. Impressive. I was a little tired this time, but maybe next time we need information about him. You can let me hear the word too. Most of the questions were quite challenging. I doubt you have the brain power for it. Maybe you might be right. Huh, that was weird. We're already leaving the end. What was the point of that little misadventure? You know, I actually feel kinda gypped. We got no plot progression at all in the scene, did we? Like the thief said, the end just felt like nothing more than a needless distraction. I'm not so sure that it was completely pointless, Axie. Even if they didn't find the kidnapped girl they were looking for, we still got to see a part of their day and how they got about things. Most importantly, even if the thief seems to dislike the hero, he still went out of his way to impress him. He could have just told the hero that he unfairly threatened the information at the innkeep. Yes, he went through all the trouble of making an upper line. Wait, huh? Why would he want to impress the hero if he hates him so much? And if he lied about threatening the innkeep, maybe those threats they actually gave to the innkeep were a lie too. Or maybe that's just my habit of looking for the best in people. Still, a thief held several insults as a hero before even, so he's not a nice guy by any stretch of the imagination. Well, either way, I'd want to see more. I didn't get any of that, but it sure is interesting. What are your thoughts, Egghead? He looks very focused, doesn't he, X? I think we should move on to the next scene. Oh. There are too many damn guards patrolling the area. Yeah, the other fish just did this morning, I think. The more questioning. Oh, okay, more questioning. Talking to people isn't exactly my favorite pastime. Me neither. Trust me, I know. Well, let's get this over with as soon as possible. You take these two to the left, I'll deal with these shrimps over here. Wait, all alone? Yes, if it was a death, surely. Alright, fine. The Jester did say time was of the essence. That's not hard. Just go over there and get the information. Threaten them if you have to. That usually works. Although, I don't suppose you have the balls to actually do your job, maybe you. I'll do it. Give it to me. Whatever. Oh, and if you shock me, I swear. Yeah, I get it. Mommy, I already shocked you once this morning. You can't possibly complain about it all day. Although, I should be mindful to keep my distance. I don't want to get shocked either. It scares me. Well, there he goes. Living that people again. Better than me. Although, I do hope, for their sakes, he goes easy on me. Alright, gotta be calm. Breathe. All you gotta do is talk to your god and ask him one question and get it over with. Oh wow. Hey you! Yeah you, mister. Mistress, what kind of guard outfit is this? I was wondering if you could help me out with something I've been working on. Help you out? Yeah, but next up, I want you to help me out. Give me a hand. Use your unique perspective to plant some wonderful ideas inside my already wonderful brain. Well, it looks like I've gotten lucky. This one is a tucker. All I need to do is bang on. If I heard you out, could you tell me about the 8th person you saw come this way earlier today? Yesterday, whatever. Oh yeah, sure. I did my whole life story, if you're really able to help me. And good, fortune to you. I'm on the tail end of a 25 team, so I've seen everything that's happened around here for a while. Well, they really run their team right here. I'm really glad Blank set us up with this business for the being heroes instead of common workers. Alright, so how can I help you? Well, you see, it's my best friend's birthday today. And as soon as this 24-hour shift is done, I'm attending their party. So I've been working on a gift for them all night and all morning. All that gift is the gift of poetry. That's correct, my dear friend. I've been writing a beautiful poem about them all night. The other thing is, I'm missing a couple words. I was wondering if I could have the input. I'm gonna need you to fill in a few blanks. If I showed you the whole poem beforehand, it might influence you too much. So just answer my questions and any way you'd like, okay? Sure. Whatever floats your boat. This might be the first person I've met in the world weirder than me. Give me a number. A number? Okay, 420. Give me something with a strong odor. Something with a strong odor. You mean the name of a liquid? A liquid. All liquids have been gone from my brain. Give me the name of a game. You fool. R-B... X O Wait. Oh. Huh. Okay, you can't do spaces. Oh, that sucks. That says wood. Give me another body part. Okay, great job. It looks like we've got a full-fledged poem. Ow. A full poem about my best friend. Scary. Wait. That's... I think ever. Oh, Scary, we have known each other since we were kids, and now you're 420 years old. Oh, Scary, you always smell of rosemary on hot summer's day. Oh, Scary, how you love drinking your Coke. I find it gross, but here's you. And mentioning you, remember the time I beat your butt at RB Axolotl? How? It's a technology game. And it was that time I broke your arm too. Haha, loser. So, man, so many wonderful memories. Anyway, have a happy birthday. I love you too. Your BFF God. I broke. I don't like that ending. It's. It's silly, of course, but I think it turned out pretty interesting. I give you a solid 54 out of 100. I think Skinny will find it funny too. Well, I certainly hope so. maybe they won't, and they'll hit me. Ha, that would be funny too. See, now I'm wondering how I play into all this, because this is the first time it's actually used the name I gave at the start of the game. And we're like 10 hours into this shit. Oh, my back. Thanks. I'm glad to help. I just have one question. Is your name really God? What else would it be? Continue. Wait. My pot is blocking. Oh yeah, huh? What is the info you wanted again? Dang. Oh, is that all? No, that girl who left town this morning wasn't anyone suspicious, and that certainly isn't the Justice daughter. Dang, you said all that with just a group of dots? It's pretty awesome. That's actually my friend, going to town across the way to get a secret gift to Skitter's party. Oh, is that it then? Indeed. Hey, look at that! She's coming back right now. Yeah, this is the only one we're looking for, unfortunately. Right? I'm not greeter. Hey, since you helped me, I want to give you an invite to the birthday party later. I'm sure Scary won't mind. Oh, wow, thank you. I'll be sure to talk with my partner. Cool. Well, best of luck. These pathetic fools are so tight-lipped. I don't suppose you actually found something of importance. I did? Turns out, this place is a dead end according to the god I talked to. Yeah, of course it is. Even the informer, more like even the time waster. This wasn't a completely fruitless adventure. Oh, this wasn't a complete... Whoa. This wasn't a completely fruitless adventure. I did learn about the party later. You've never been invited to... Don't even finish that sentence. You're leaving. Oh, okay then. Wow. A birthday party. I wanna go. Since this is a demo, I wonder if the creator programmed it in. Well, even that Sunday was a way worse than warning. Not just one, but 2 wild goose chases. The king is paying you a good money for information. What do you have to say for yourself? Look, I'm sorry for wasting time. But hey, don't fret, Ethan's got some good news. It better be great news. A reliable source of mine told me that the Jester's daughter was seen in the forest north of town. Wait, you don't mean the Forest of Thieves, do you? Oh god, not that place. What are you scared of, man? We've been to the forest a dozen times now. The monsters there are chumps. No, chumps. Are you sure your information is as good this time, Ivan? Alright, you're not shitting me. Wait, you're not... Yeah, us again. No, I know for certain that the girl seen this morning was a Jester's daughter. Alright, I brought myself up. Monsters. Land them up and we'll knock them down. Well, you shouldn't go looking for a fight. But if we're going to the forest, one is gonna break out anyways. So where are we going exactly? The forest is a mighty big place. I plan to accompany you. Let's make sure we get the Jester's daughter together. The only thing I ask is that you please protect me in case we hit an encounter. Fine. Okay. Just follow good old Ivan. Where'd I get Even from? Ivan. Now, where is this farmer? Very questioning, as the king's own envoy. Almost there, but wait. I see some monsters straight ahead. Come on, big losers. Oh, actually combating. Combating? What? Yeah. Da-da-da. Yeah, look at these morons. I could have ground these fools to dust over 30 months ago. That was Snowfest. However, in order to protect this fool item, I will not hold back. Thieves actions. What's these actions? Attack, spell attack, item, flee. What items do we have? We bought no items. Oh. Spells. No holding back, just like I said. Thief attacks, battered at A. Thief. What's wrong with you? Thief. There's 117 damage. 177 damage. Better than A fades. God, so boring. It worries me that some people spend all day grinding these things. Well, by the rules of the battle system, it's your turn next, idiot. Yeah, I know. Here you go, something. Heal his actions. Melee, heal, item, items. You don't have it. No. Melee. For a long time, all I could do was heal and play those things. But I've been training real hard to up my melee stuff too. Your actions have consequences, hero. Remember that. But be careful, like you said, these guys are too low level to actually do us any harm. I hope. Unit attacks battered at A. Here does 28 damage. Battered at B. I say A, battered at B faints. Oh, wow, that turned out well. Luckily. There's one more chump left. Battered at C flees from the battle. You win. Yeah, that's right. Retreat, coward. Although we can't blame you. Another difference between us and the monsters here means that they don't send a chance unless we do nothing for several turns. I almost feel sorry for them. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Hey, something weird is going on. Yeah, that victory thing is playing on a loop. We should be back from that by this point. Are we in some sort of glitch? Alright, Ivan. Oh, what are you doing on the battlefield? My job. Hey! My cheek is bleeding! Ivan, you just hit me! Looking to inflict a better blow. So you do have a bit of dodging power, don't you, hero? You must be hiding other things as well. What the hell is going on? There will be one chance to talk. Why don't you tell me what's going on instead? Your hands, thief. You're touching the same place where I just slashed yours. And yet, I never touched you. How interesting. Are you two bound together by a curse, perhaps? It will explain why you are never seen apart. Well, it's a little more than... Shut up, Hila. Shut the up. Don't you realize that this asshole... Since those are the other words about asshole, okay. Is it not really more? Well, yeah, I realize that, of course. But the man just says my office is open. You better talk. Right now. Who are you? I'm Ivan the Informer. Is that the one who I'm bound to inform? Is Sorcerer Bakir. He knows our whereabouts, and he's on the way right now. That goddamn Sorcerer Bakir. Our paths are going to meet again. He doesn't stand a chance. Well, you'll have to take it up with him. My job was merely to lure you elusive champions of the realm into its base when the time was right. You know, I might actually have to say this time, like legitly. I'm doing actions, so I might actually have to combine them. Wolf beat several of them. There was nowhere they could run. The hero thief with a took off his hood, revealing a soft face. Oh, the thief was secretly cute this whole time. How exciting! I saw the betrayal thing with Ethan coming, but I couldn't foresee this. Shh, a lot of stuff is happening now. You see this wound? It's all your fault, you idiot. I'm not going to allow us to get hurt anymore. Stand back. We've been through worse odds. And if this source of Akira is too much of a cow to fight us head on, then we'll just have to track him down after taking care of his lackeys. Come at us, all of you. I'm not gonna hold back. And you, Eva, stay behind me. It's been a while since I've had to unleash my wheelbarrow. Who knew that such a boring job could turn into such a fun day? Oh.